Welcome to Melissa Couple Chocolate and Pastry School. Today I'm going to show you a very fun way to present your chocolate bars. I understand that people sometimes don't give too much thought to this type of products, but you'll see that with this new way, you're going to start loving them. I would say that the only trick for this decoration to work is to use two types of chocolates that are very different in color. This time I'm going to be using my own, let's say, flavor couverture that it's vegan, made out of matcha tea. But you don't need to use this kind of chocolate. You can use dark and white. You can use sapphire caramel and dark. It's just a matter, another one that is really nice, for example, is ruby and white. But just try not to do, for example, milk and sapphire caramel, because they're very close in color. It's not going to be so nice. Or milk chocolate and dark chocolate together. You're not going to see that really nice swirl. So as I said, we're going to use two different chocolates. All I'm going to do is ask Kyoko to get some white chocolate from the machine. Of course, chocolate needs to be pre-crystallized before using it, or tempered chocolate. I'm going to use, right now, I'm going to add my perfectly pre-crystallized matcha chocolate or matcha couverture into one bag. Kyoko prepared for me a second bag. Actually, hold it for a second here. And what we're gonna use is what we're gonna do is place these two bags into a third one. I personally prefer, I can close them with clips, or I can close them, actually the inside ones, it's better to close them with a little knob. I have the third piping bag here, and all I'm gonna do is position these two in the same angle, very flat. Hold them well, right before I put them inside, I just need to open a hole. Decorations on top need to be, something simple, because already the swirl is the star of the show. I personally like to always put something, so we're gonna I think that one of my favorite combinations with matcha is berries. So in this time, we're gonna be using some freeze-dried raspberries. If you're in a very humid place, maybe dried fruits are better than freeze-dry. We are in Las Vegas, we don't have those issues here. And one important thing is to know what to do with the leftover. I'm actually going to give this little tip to Kyoko, because the only, let's say, downside of this decoration is that you're going to have to squeeze out throughout the process, because in order for you to have that perfect swirl, you need to have a good amount of both chocolates. So you need to know what to do with the leftover that you might have on the side. So sometimes, I don't know, you can make tablettes with the two of them together. You can make, I don't know, chocolate with strawberries or something like that. Panning is a good also product to do with this combination. So all I'm gonna do here is start swirling. I believe there's a little bit too much white, so I'm gonna push out a little bit more. Still believe there's a little bit too much white. Maybe what I'll do is I open my container or my bag and I push a little bit the white higher. Sometimes what happens is that one of the bags gets a little bit, I am sure that the matcha one was a little bit too high. Let's see if I have better luck with this one. That's perfect. That's the swirl I was looking for. Not only because it's pretty, but it also because it's the taste. If you have too much white, you might not feel at all the taste of this beautiful matcha chocolate. This is one of the recipes that we teach during our vegan couvertures and snacks. I find always that vegans must be very tired of eating dark chocolate, so the approach in that class is to teach people how they can do vegan products using unique covertures, right? So now it's just a matter of putting a few pieces of this beautiful crunchy freeze-dried fruit. As I said, you can be creative and you can put other things. I find very elegant the combination with just raspberries. Now it's very easy to find them. You can find them in supermarkets. Before it was a very exotic type of product. I think nowadays you can really get them. We get ours from Chef Robert, like where we get all our colors, and they have also the powders. So when we make our vegan covertures, using freeze-dried powders like mango, passion, raspberry, we get them from them too. But as I said, you can go to the supermarket, and if you do small quantities, that would work. Raspberries or strawberries work very well in here. Once you have these ones ready, all you need to do is take them to a cold room, and they'll crystallize in a few hours. Usually I pipe one day, I let them at 16 degrees overnight, then the following day I unmold and pack. So I'm gonna show you how they look once they're ready. I have some that I prepared for you. So these are the bars after they have spent, I would say, at least 12 hours in a cold room. In this case, what I did is I add a little bit of vanilla bean into the white chocolate just to show you a different option. I'll just flip, turn, and you can see they release very, very easily. There's two ways of presenting. Of course, if you have that extra touch of raspberries, you need to present them like this. But if in the case of these ones, for example, that I didn't put anything, you can present them upside down as well. I think this is very intriguing. People will always be much more attracted to products that have texture, that have unique colors, but not when I say that, I will never, for example, just color my chocolate for it to look attractive. I would not put physically artificial colors into my chocolate so it looks attractive for customers. If I'm gonna flavor, if I'm gonna color, it's because I'm also adding a unique flavor, a profile combination that is gonna be really tasty. So just be very careful with that. The approach here is not to trick customers, but actually to enhance their tasting experience and offer something that is unique that no one else is doing. And I think with this, I'm very, very careful. I don't call a product just a unique name, but that has nothing to do with what's inside. Or I don't, as I said, use artificial colors just because I think that this is really important, and this is really, I would say, a rule that I have always applied to my work. So here they are, our beautiful bars. I really hope that you enjoyed this simple trick. Sometimes we are all in need of a little bit of inspiration, and that's really the idea with our classes, especially our free classes. I think it's for people to also understand what we are about here at the school, always trying to come up with unique content, very honest content. And let me know if you make them, tag them, or tag the school or tag me on your social media. It's always so wonderful to see the work of our students. Once again, thank you for spending a few minutes with me. and I hope to have you back with us.